Good morning. This is the Schlieffen plan, turn 5.4 and 5.5. I'm Davik, playing along with Elite Golden and Jinx. This is Axis and Allies 1914. Just a couple of moves this turn for the French. This is my buy. I have 29 IPCs. I have 9 infantry, 2 planes, 2 artillery, for a total of 29 IPCs. Let's get straight to the action at hand. So, the Germans trying to swing around the French army and moved up into Belgium. Well, the French are not ready to attack that German army at this time. However, what they will do is there were 4 infantry in Piedmont. 3 of those infantry are going to break off and go into Venice and support their Italian friends. 1 infantry will go from Piedmont into Switzerland. 2 infantry will break off from the force in Burgundy and go into Switzerland. So 3 infantry are attacking 1 infantry in Switzerland. Out of the French forces in Alsace or in Lorraine, 2 infantry are breaking off and attacking into Alsace, which is 2-on-1. Everybody else except for 1 infantry is moving into Picardy. So that is 16 infantry moving from Lorraine, 9 artillery moving from Lorraine, 2 fighters moving from Lorraine, and then 3 infantry and the other 3 infantry and 2 artillery that were in Burgundy are going into Picardy. The fighter from Paris is going into Picardy. 3 infantry and 3 artillery are going into Picardy. At the end of my turn, I will count up all the units that are there, and we'll leave it at that. And I'll say exactly what's in there, and I'll chip it up and fix that. So currently there are only 2 attacks the French are making, 3 infantry into Switzerland and 2 infantry into Alsace. And this one lone French infantry is staying here in Lorraine. Infantry in Africa is going to be staying put as well. No need to move on Cameroon. And the French fleet is staying in 9, as well as the 3 transports that were over off of Karelia. We'll move 1, 2 back into Sea Zone 9 with the rest of the French fleet. So there we go, protected by those mines and those warships. Let's do this quick rolls. We'll do Switzerland first. Let's see here how we can. We'll do Switzerland first. 3 attacking infantry. And I got 1 hit. This right here is a 2, so that's 1 hit. And 1 defending out of 3. And that's a miss. So Switzerland becomes French controlled. Grab the handle. See here. Now we'll do the less tricky one where it's only 2-on-1. And we need a 2 out of 2 dice, and they need a 3. So I was hoping at the least for it to be contested. Let's see what I can do here. Let me get a 2. Some luck for French. Oh, and there's a 1. That's a hit. And they need a 3. And that's a hit for the French in return, or for the Germans in return. There we go. The French are now up 4 IPCs due to taking both of those territories. I'll go over my units that I have. I have 3 infantry in Switzerland, 3 French infantry in Venice. Currently in Lorraine is 1 infantry in the British, 1 infantry in Alsace. In Burgundy, there is 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 20, 20, 21, 22 infantry, 9, 10, 11, 14 artillery. So 22 infantry, 14 artillery, and 3 planes. And I'll do my placements now in Paris. These guys are over here. So I will now make my placements in Paris. 2 artillery, 2 planes, and 3 more infantry. This German guy was dead. Alrighty, so that's it for the French turn. Set up the British turn real quick. Alright, so the British are purchasing with their 29 IPCs at the end of the turn. They're currently down to, I think, they're down those 2. They're down 2 for Egypt, but then at the end of last turn, they were up for Arabia and up for Persia. So they were down 4, up 3, gives them 29. Now I think they're down to 28. So I've got 5 infantry, 2 artillery, and a fighter for the Brits. 1 combat move. These 2 transports are picking up 3 infantry and artillery and landing in equatorial East Africa and attacking. And then we have these British transports coming over here to Sea Zone 9. These infantry and artillery moving into Moscow. As these 2 transports came up here, this infantry, this plane is going over to Burgundy, along with these 2 infantry and these 2 artillery. So, as I said before, I'll chip all this up and it'll look cleaner for the next turn. But so that's 3 infantry, 2 artillery, and a fighter from the UK that's in Burgundy, as well as I forgot to chip the Canadians. So the Canadians will be right there. 2 infantry, 2 more infantry, and 2 artillery. Also going into Picardy, which it touches right here. That Picardy's right there. So these 2 guys are there as well. With these 2 transports. I now only have 4 infantry left in Canada. Sorry for the... So again, there is now 5 infantry and 4 artillery and Picardy for the British and a plane. Alrighty, this battleship is now healed, and he will move over here to 14. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and do this battle for East Africa. Germany, East Africa. So I've got... Let me just do a quick amphibious look at this. We were curious about the rules, that maybe we were playing it wrong. So... some question as to artillery firing off the boat and getting a first strike. But I do not see it in the rules. So we're going to play as we have been playing. So I'm going to have, for the British, we're going to have 2 attacking infantry out of 2, 1 out of 3, and 1 artillery out of 3, and they will have 1 infantry out of 3. So let's go ahead and roll this out. So I've got 2 3s, 2 misses, and 2 2s. And I got a hit right here. All right, so dice are not doing awesome for me, but they're getting the job done. And here's a 3, and he got a hit as well in return. So the British will go up an IPC, and they will lose an infantry in German East Africa. Let's go back over. Now let me go ahead and do my place units. Let me just make sure everything is moved the way it's supposed to. Yep. This guy is over here. Okay, hit my table. All right, so this plane is going to be placed in India along with these 2 artillery and these 2 infantry. Actually, let me grab a chip. One infantry is going to go over here to India. These 4 infantry that are on the place chart will go over to London. So I have 4 infantry. Let me just go for a breakdown. C-Zone 9, 2 transports and a sub. C-Zone 8, 2 transports. In London, 4 infantry. In Burgundy, 5 infantry, 4 artillery, and a fighter. Off of 14, I have a battleship. In Belgium, I have 3 infantry. French Equatorial Africa, I've got 1 infantry, 2 infantry and artillery. In East Africa, 1 infantry in Egypt. In India, there is, I believe that's 8 infantry, 3 artillery, and a fighter. 1 infantry in Persia. It's been a pleasure. Looking forward to see what the Ottomans do on this turn. They can decide which way they're going to go with their forces. Pretty sure Mesopotamia and these guys in Sevastopol will probably continue on to Russia unless they think the Austrians have enough to take care of Russia. Then they'll head back to Persia or something. Anyway, good luck. Have a good day. Bye.